Thank you very much, Ms. Ramirez, for convening this very important discussion. I want to talk a little bit about something, a bit of an extension of this, but I do want to remind people that I visited Delaney Hall in the state of New Jersey with LaMonica McIver and Rob Menendez. And it was difficult getting anyone to address us and give us the kind of inspection and respect that our offices deserved. And the suggestion that members now should have to make an appointment before inspecting one of these facilities defeats the notion of oversight. Right. Oversight is to catch the operation going as it is, to see if the conditions are humane, the food is delivered, that people are treated well, etc. So that it is insane that this administration could think that they could put this condition upon us. But I want to talk about what I consider is a further extension that this administration is out of control. What we've seen in recent weeks in LA and over the past few months across our country is another illustration of an outrageous abuse of power by our president and his cabinet. President Trump, Deputy Chief of Staff Miller, and Secretary of Homeland Security Noem have gone too far, letting their hatred of immigrants overwhelm them to the point of abusing innocent Americans. Their actions pose a threat to all of us. They have disregarded the rights of citizens and non-citizens alike. In just the last few months, DHS has accused a U.S. citizen of entering the country illegally and held that person for days despite the person showing his birth certificate and Social Security card. A U.S. Army Purple Heart veteran who has lived in the U.S. for nearly 50 years was told to leave due to a 15-year-old minor drug conviction. In Newark in January, ICE detained a veteran without a warrant, disregarding his veteran ID card. A 10-year-old U.S. citizen with brain cancer was deported because his parents were undocumented. Trump's actions tell us that no one is safe from his stormtroopers. How ICE agents are going about fulfilling Trump's arbitrary arrest quotas is also alarming. Masked, plainclothes officers have been entering communities and abducting people to process them for deportation. This is extremely dangerous for several reasons. The first is the risk of confusion for those being detained and arrested, as well as for bystanders. Think about what you might do if you witnessed 3 to 4 men in street clothes grabbing someone off the street and throwing them in the back of a black SUV. It doesn't take much imagination to see the danger involved if a good Samaritan were to intervene. Additionally, the lack of clearly identifiable uniforms has made it easier for copycats and impersonators to purchase fake gear on Amazon, allowing them to go around neighborhoods harassing residents, and we've already seen this happening. In response, I introduced a piece of legislation, the ICE Visibility Act, to eliminate this confusion and increase safety in our communities by requiring ICE officers to wear visible and distinct uniforms at all times. This administration is creating chaos and confusion on our streets and infringing on the freedoms and the liberties of Americans. This bill that I'm introducing obviously won't solve the problem of a runaway ICE that puts arrest quotas over the rights of our communities, but it might just prevent a disaster that is waiting to happen. This illustration of governance abuse, about rogue ICE agents, about disrespect at detention facilities, about the poor quality of those facilities, means that our work is vitally important to the well-being of the safety and security of those who are in our country and those who are being detained here for whatever reason. I yield back, and I thank you for this opportunity to speak to this issue.